Hello, hello, hello. Hello, y'all. Come on in here. Inner healing to reach that inner goddess that you claim to have. Ow!
I just want to sit with you and converse with you, connect with you, enlighten you, teach you, and learn something from you. Madam Merkaba, I'm so grateful for your love and your support. It means so much for me.
It means
You've
so
been
much
with
for me.
me through many, many things,
Many things,
silently and publicly.
silently and
I just
publicly.
want to say thank you
I just want to say thank
from the
you.
bottom of my light.
From the bottom of my
Madam
life,
Merkaba, Merkaba.
from the roof to the ground. I can't wait to get on here, honey. Come on in here, Jay. Yes, honey. Who you doing? Yes, I'm glad it's almost gonna be there and relearning its own 10. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Whose birthday was the other day? I forgot to say happy birthday the other day. Whose birthday was the other day? The healing has been on 1,000. So come on in here. You got to do that inner healing work in order to reach that inner G, that inner goddess, that inner God. Come on in here. I know that's right, Julie V. Please, like further healing, I feel as though now I'm healing the feminine principle more so now I've been working on the masculine one. I know that's right, honey. And we got to always remember to keep that masculine and feminine energy balanced. We feel like because we're feminine by nature that we have to only respect and honor the divine feminine, but we also have divine masculine. It is the mother that shows you how to acknowledge and to nurture the divine masculine energy. And it is the father who show you how to nourish and nurture the divine feminine energy. Don't get it twisted, bitch. Okay, hello? Come on in here. Yes, honey. Ow, Mystizians. Yeah, I know that's right, honey. How would you say that, honey? I know that's right, honey. Come on, Stas. Yes, honey. Come on here, Jolly L. Who you doing? Yes, I'm doing okay. Come on in here. Just finished cleaning and caulking the bathroom. I know that's right. I love that word caulking. I want to call myself mystic of caulking. Caulking. Oh my God! Wait a minute. And that got so many words in it. King, call. Okay, Kaul King, and it sounds like cocking. Ow! I think that's actually how you pronounce it. Cocking, honey. Who want to get some cocking together? Who you doing? Listen, so of course, I wanted to come on here because there's something I started a couple of weeks ago, and we were kind of just touching bases, y'all. I tried to let things go. I tried to move on with my life, and just this energy keeps circling back around. And spirit is like, bitch, you need to do something about it. And so I had to do a little bit of research on myself to see exactly what where all this stuff came from. And I won't keep y'all too long tonight. I really, really won't. Okay, I have a lot to do. I'm actually organizing. I threw out so much stuff, y'all, and I'm organizing, getting things together. Yes, 24-hour webcam access is coming very, very soon. We're preparing for that. Okay, hello, and you're gonna see it. I'm gonna show you before and after those who sign up to see that, and we're just gonna get into the swing of some very good stuff, honey. I appreciate the love and the support from you guys, from those who can help, monetarily, and those who cannot. I still appreciate you for your positive vibes and your good frequency. We know some people are a little messy, a little trashy. They play both sides. They act like they're cool with you, and then they do other shit. But it's okay, bitch, because you'll get caught in the crossfire as well. Hello. So either way, I decided to, take matters into my own hands with the backup of the universe coming in here because see, I've been fucked with unjustifiably. I've been fucked with, and it's not just being called out of my name because I don't give a fuck about that. But it's now people are actually trying to do shit, and they're trying to search for shit that they really can't handle. And so I just want to kind of send a reminder out there that in order for you to reach your inner goddess, your inner crone, your inner badass, your inner you that bitch frequency, you have to first start with healing thyself. And we know that this healing starts back from the utero. And you might say, well, Mystic, I don't know what happened to me in the utero. Hell, I don't even have a conscious, this about what happened to me before I got into utero. All this shit comes into play. And what we have to remember is that From the moment we were conceived until the day we die, our subconscious mind is always recording, it's always doing its job. It is the conscious mind that gets, hey, let me take a break. Hey, I don't really want to deal with that today. But the subconscious mind is always there, baby. So an inner healing is what gets you to your inner G, your inner goddess, your inner God frequency. And like I said, I just want to remind some people out there, these, badass wannabes and these, you know, uh, witches wannabes. I don't know what you want to call these motherfuckers. I just have to send them a reminder that, you've been warned. I gave you some time to, you know, do thy will. And, you played this little game. You got caught up in some shit. And if the shit goes the way it goes, I'm hoping that, Shanice and all these other people come out and do what they got to do. Okay, if they're real. So, of course, I wanted to start with incarceration. Now, a lot of people tried to, go into this years ago about adult entertaining, and, going to jail for stealing. And I always tell people, like, escorting and stripping, not prostituting, are actually legal. You actually pay taxes on this. You actually can go get an escorting permit. You can look this up, and a stripper permit. If you are really an escort, if you're really a stripper. Okay, the low budget ones, girl, you don't got to get all that. You can do what you want to do, how you want to do it, all that good stuff. So either way, people assume because I was an escort, because I did cam show, which by the way, you still pay taxes on that, that this bitch was a hoe. This bitch was out here doing all this sexual work because she's a sexual deviant bitch and she got no love from her mama or her daddy, not knowing, baby, that once again, people see it, people want to contribute. Bitch, I'm going to motherfucking take it. Okay, hello. It has kept me from stealing. Oh, come on in there, hallelujah. It done kept me from rotten bounce checks. Oh, hallelujah. It done kept me from having to go inside a Kroger's, to go inside a Dick's Sporting Goods, to go inside a Burger King, McDonald's, or any of these places to motherfucker steal a motherfucker thing. Because I said I am worthy because God is worthy. Oh, come on in here. So definitely, baby, the support is there, and it stopped me from going to motherfucking jail for lying, cheating, and stealing. Bitch, I'm a motherfucking take it. So either way, these people actually have real criminal records, public to be exact. Okay, we're gonna say one name in particular, the main one behind all this shit, the one that kept waltzing her ass up in here. And like I said, I won't drain you, too much tonight, but I just want to kind of send her a reminder, and also send y'all out, those of you out there who are watching and want to interact with a incarcerated, ex-incarcerated woman, because Mama been in and out of prison for 20 something years. Okay, in and out of prison, not jail, prison for 20 something years. Okay. So, right here, we're talking about incarceration nation. According to the American Psychological Association, it says that research have shown that it varies from person to person. Incarceration is linked to mood disorders, including major depressive disorders and bipolar disorders. So, right off the bat, let's say you didn't have any history before going to prison, being incarcerated. Once you get up in there, it starts to unlock this shit. So you're dealing with, first of all, mentally unstable people. And I always say this too. If you're a heterosexual man or a heterosexual woman, I'm not judging anybody out there. I'm just speaking my piece because, I got to keep her all the time. If you're a heterosexual man or heterosexual woman, why you want to go to a place where there's people of the same sex there? Like, if you're not into penis and you don't want to see a man nude, and that's a be my problem with these so-called, people that say there's a gay agenda. Like, bitch, you've been inside a jail with the same sex many, many times. There's no dick in that fucking jail cell. So, bitch, you clearly like fucking and sucking people of the same sex. And if you don't like doing it, you like watching it. And the Bible says, bitch, if you thought it, you did it. Hello? The law of creation, the universal law says, if you thought it, you did it. So I feel like there's a little bit of jealousy and animosity with people who are into the same sex and they're open and honest about it versus people who are not into it, but you like seeing balls hang in a jail cell. You like hearing your bunkmate in here beating his chicken and shit. And you like smelling the period blood of your jailmate. If you're a woman, honey, you like, you like smelling her, and you just love that pheromone, girl. And these places are built in the walls and shit. You got towels and you got brick walls, so you're gonna really smell that shit. That shit gonna be pungent. You ever went to the bathroom at a mall versus the bathroom at a park? Bitch, the bathroom at a park, those bathrooms be funkier than a goat. And that shit is outside. And the brick wall, the big girl, the steel toilet, girl, that shit be stinking. That shit be stinking like a ghost, a Billy Ghost ass, bitch. Okay, hello? So you can't tell me that these cells are not smelling like that when you go behind these bars. You can't tell me you're not smelling somebody else's hot pocket. And you sit down here talking about the gays and shit. Like I said, I just I'm getting that. But either way, so you're already dealing with a spiritualist who's been incarcerated for an extended period of time. And she know who she is. We're gonna call her TW because Mama got many, many Ellis's here. TM, TM, TMT, TMM. I mean, girl, she spelled her name different ways, girl, like pun intended, ways and ways. She even spelled it me way, me lee. A girl going into, Gina, the lady. She called herself girl Deborah Eden. Bitch, you don't lost your damn mind, bitch. You don't look like no damn Deborah, bitch. She tried that. Anyway, so you're dealing with a schizophrenic, mentally ill individual. Anyway, she's in and out of prison. Mama had children. She got, one of them has been documented for sure. I think there's a male there too. I get a son. Okay. And in either way, she didn't raise these children. So mama, and that's gonna lead me to the next slide too. So mama's already suffering from some not being really in touch with reality. And of course, I go back to her mammy and her pappy because they didn't give a fuck about her. They abandoned her. They neglected her. And so how is she? And I keep telling her this, and I mean this with respect and I mean this with love because bitch, in 2022, there's no excuse for nothing. I cannot befriend anybody who have issues with their mama or their daddy. I could not befriend anybody who have issues and don't want to get those issues worked on. Therapy, psychology, girl, even doing self shadow work helps. But if you're like, bitch, I hate my mom, I hate my daddy, they wasn't there for me, I didn't give a fuck about, and you're not trying to mend it, like, baby, we can't be friends because, bitch, you have some type of disorder. And who am I compared to your mother or your father? Bitch, you might just do me over. You might say, well, bitch, I didn't really care about my mom and my daddy, so I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. And now, bitch, we get into fights, bitch, you getting locked up, you're lying on me and shit, you bitch, I can't trust you. You're untrustworthy. Bitch, you're untrustworthy ass bitch. And I say that with love. With love. So it says the carceral, oh girl, the carceral environments. Oh my God, that's a new word. The carceral. Girl, how is the carceral for you? Can be inherently damaging to mental health by removing people from society and eliminating meaning and purpose from their lives. Now, of course, if were stealing before you went to jail, Tina, if you were committing crimes before you went to prison, I don't feel like you had a life anyway. But that leads me to go to the next thing, which is definitely true. Oh, come on here, Spirit. I need you to talk to me tonight. I need you to talk to me tonight, Spirit. I need your words to fall out my mouth tonight. And it says, are there some people who actually enjoy being in jail? Because I'm just like, I just couldn't imagine. Like I'm into, penis, but I cannot imagine being locked down, in that type of environment. The hostile, behavioral. I mean, girl, I just think about detention. Like when I was in school, I went to detention one time, and it was a nightmare for me. And I'm just like, I just couldn't imagine going to this place with these grown ass, irresponsible ass, deceitful ass motherfuckers that got no motherfucking care in this world and be stuck in this room in this building with them oh girl, I just couldn't imagine. But it actually says that prisons are very different than jails. And the answer is yes. Some people do enjoy doing time. And it says female inmates. Oh, come on in here because we say, because we're talking about female inmates tonight. One of them claimed to be a high priestess. Oh, come on here, bitch. You are a lie. We revoke that. She claimed to be a daughter of Oshun. We revoke that, bitch. You a lying ass bitch. She claimed to be of the light, and a bitch of the motherfucking darkness. But it says right here that female inmates often love it. Oh my God. It said female inmates often love it because there's no responsibility, no children. Can we click this to see what they're talking about on here? And it says, I've been home now for about 5 years, and the first 2 years was incredibly difficult. Adjustment and acclimatizing to regular civilian life was a struggle, but it did get easier. Okay, good for you, Brian West. Shout out to you. But where is this female comment at? Okay, I guess we just might have to keep it. Oh, here we go. It's true that some persons actually enjoy being in prison. People are weird. There's always going to be someone who would like it. But clearly, if you keep committing a crime, you're going to do the motherfucking time. So clearly, you like going in there. And it says that you're thinking, but I suspect that what you're thinking of the process being becoming institutionalized. Oh, bitch, an institutionalized spiritualist. God damn. Oh, girl, she needs to be locked up in a mental institution, not nobody's motherfucking jail cell. This happens especially to long term prisoners. After decades in prison, they're no longer capable of functioning outside the controlled environment. So that speaks a lot why people act like we're fighting over cell bunks and shit. Like, I'm gonna compete with this bitch because I need commissary. I need the best of the best motherfucking commissary. Bitch, listen, says, we're not bunkmates. Says, we're not in the same cell together, man. Like, sis, I need you to take your ass up over there. Okay, which we try to ignore your roach ass, and you just keep, girl, just like cucarachas, but you just keep finding your way out. And it's just like, girl, we were reading that cockroaches could live without their head for like, it said 30 days and shit. And I'm just like, this what this shit reminds me of, these motherfuckers, just cockroaches every motherfucking where. And then had the audacity to say years ago that I lived in a cockroach apartment. I was just like, bitch, what? Like, what, Jesus? Like DMA and shit, and lemon and bleach and sulfur keeps spiders and bugs out of your house. I mean, I don't know if you know that or not. I mean, but you're a psychic, you're a herbalist. I mean, I thought you knew that. And marijuana, and cardboard and paper bags, because the glue in them actually attracts the bugs. Okay, just like recycling do to rodents. Come on in here. Hello. So it actually says that for decades, some has told them when to get up, when to go to bed, when to eat, when to shower, what they can read, what they can watch on television. Their clothes are decided for them, so are their meals. They cannot do anything without asking permission. When the day comes that they are released, that all vanishes. Suddenly they have to decide what to eat, what to wear, when to go to bed, what role to play, because they can't get a job, around any money. So they can't work at a grocery store. They can't work at, a fast food place because, bitch, you went to jail for deceptive fraud. You wrote a bounce check, girl. You can't work around money with that type of criminal record, Miss Thing. Starting back in 1995, bitch. Hello? 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 Bitch, am I talking to myself? Ow, am I hitting a place right now? So she cannot work around money. She cannot do anything for herself. Allegedly, she was a janitor. Oh, girl, catch this out, girl. Uh, Jerome. Hey, Jerome. Hey, honey. How you doing, Jerome? Hey, baby. When she got out, allegedly, Mama was a janitor. She was doing janitorial work. And if she wasn't, Mama lied on her taxes and said she was a janitor. Girl, she lied to the IRS, girl. They coming for your ass, bitch. Bitch, they gonna get your ass together, bitch. You better not lie to Uncle Sam like that, bitch. You better say, girl, y'all better stop lying to Uncle Sam like this, girl. Girl, first you do the Jesus, Jesus, honey. So Jerome helped her to become a janitor, and then Mama had this idea. Let fake ass witches link up. They say bad bitches link up. Well, fake witches, badass wannabe witches link up at gmail.com. And literally, they're, getting together and they're planning shit out. Like, what's going to be your next content? And I'm going to do something about this and that. You should do something about this and that too. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? First it went from native, hoodoo, voodoo. And then I'm like, well, let me look up the hoodoo in these, places like Indiana, Oklahoma, Kansas. And I'm like, this hoodoo is very different from Alabama, North Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. These hoodoos are different. And anybody who's in these states who want to reach out, I would love to have you on the show so you can talk about your hoodoo, honey. I think I already have somebody that's spoken for in Tennessee, honey. I know some people out there. Some people out there. I might have somebody that's willing to come forth and talk about the hoodoo in Tennessee. But it's nothing like what we see on this motherfucking internet. So I'm just like, how the fuck do these hoes come from Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Oklahoma, Indiana, Massachusetts, Washington State? And how they talk about the same hoodoo voodoo jumbo? Because it's not the same shit. And so I was like, wait, what? And then when I met my people from Arkansas, they even did hoodoo a whole nother way. And I was just like, see, this is some weird shit to me. So that's when I caught on to the Basswood shenanigans and I caught on to the Arlington Parkway shenanigans and the Rockport as well. And I said, bitch, if Arlington is coming through, Basswood is coming through, and motherfucking Rockport is coming through, then bitch, you know there's some motherfucking, foolery, scammery afoot here. And now we're going into the check bouncing and the Condre and morning size, because now the energy's starting to waking up a little bit. And I'm just like, God diggity damn. Like, does Antoinette knows about do Antoinette know about this? Does Antoinette know about this? Does Billie Jean know about this? The Mary Ellis know about this? I mean, like, I really want to know. Do Pete know about this? Do that lady know about this? Like, I just need somebody to make it sit right with me. And I would hate to think that you know these people like Jerome would help someone 5345 with any type of scammery, fraudulent activity, you know, and I want to see this too. I want to see this because you know what? Wait a minute. Let me pull it up on here. I almost, wait a minute, baby. Wait a minute, honey. Okay, so yeah. Oh, okay, okay. So this must be the brother then. Okay, so let me go into this, honey. Okay. Um, date. Okay, 29 years ago. Okay, so that was 1993. And I just kind of want to go back to this year because this was an amazing year for many of us. Shout out to those of you who were born in 1993, and in the early 90s, and the early to mid 90s. Shout out to all my early 90 babies. But this is a very learning time, very very crucial learning time for a young lady who just so happened was born into a fucked up ass cursed family. And, 2 years after this young woman was born, she was actually 1 year and 8 months, according to public records. Her basic ass, not badass, basic ass mama, wannabe witch mama, couldn't do a money spell to Oshun, couldn't do a money spell to Lucifer, couldn't do a money spell to Asmodeus, Baliel, Basbazel, Adaphiel, all these other demons that she so-called is connected with and Oya, if that's her thing, Wananingwa, all this other good shit. She couldn't burn a red candle, a green candle, a blue candle, yellow candle, going back into 1995, which is what, 17 years ago from now. So Mama couldn't think of a spell 17 years ago before she wrote that bounce check. And it was two times within a 2 year period. So this little year and 9 month old baby, she was almost 24 months. She needed her mama. She said, Mommy. And like I said, her basic ass, wannabe witch ass mama, nasty ass, trifling ass, gutter butt bitch. Just a gutter butt. And I'm like, no wonder why the daddy didn't marry. No wonder why there was nobody in the picture. Mama wasn't there, daddy wasn't there, baby daddy wasn't there. None of the children father was there. They used it for her. We can't even say pocket purse because bitch, it's a loose Ziploc bag. It's some gummy loose girl. Imagine taking a big ass gallon Ziploc bag and putting aloe vera gel inside that Ziploc bag and just filling up the bottom and thinking that this man is gonna get some type of fulfillment in this damn gallon fucking Ziploc bag with a little bit of motherfucking an ounce of motherfucking aloe vera gel. Bitch, you done motherfucking tried it. Bitch, you done lost your rabbit ass snaggletooth motherfucking mouth. Buckwheat, you done lost your motherfucking mind. So mama said, you know what? Instead of me lighting a candle, because the last time I checked, Hoodoo was out back then. You know, the very first Hoodoo book was written in 1876 to be exact. And we're going to say the first public accessible Hoodoo book was written in motherfucking 18 motherfucking, uh, uh, anyway, it was 18, it was like 1800s, bitch. For sure, bitch. Hello. And so either way, mama didn't know anything about that then. She didn't know about no spiritual evolution classes. Mom didn't know about no Wicca then. She didn't know about none of that. No thyme, no cinnamon, no basil, no angelica root. She don't know, but she know about no Solomon seal, putting a penny in the bottom of your shoe. She don't know about none of this shit. And mama went and let me see, let me oh girl, come on in here because there's a lot that want to come out this motherfucker mouth, bitch. 29 motherfucking years ago, bitch, and it's actually 27 years ago, bitch. Ow, there's a lot of nines around you, baby. A lot of nines, a lot of twos, a lot of motherfucking 11s, and a lot of motherfucking sixes. I don't know what the fuck that is, bitch, but we're gonna find out. Oh, come on in here, bitch. Ow, bitch. Anyway, so let's get into this, honey, because I want to get into, is it 54? Let me see, honey. How old is this? How old is this wannabe witch? How does this wannabe witch ain't got nothing but girl, she's a snitch too, calling police on shit because she got her ass whooped by a rolling pin. Bitch, yeah, that's what you get for putting your hands on her. Bitch, keep your hands to yourself, bitch, you hostile ass. We're gonna go back to this right here. You're hostile. It says panic, anxiety, rage, depression, and hallucination. You're hostile, baby girl. You're hostile. And that goes back to your daddy. That go back to your daddy. That goes back to your trifling ass daddy and your no good ass mama. Cause your mama should have instilled some shit up in you, bitch. She should have taught you a thing or two. Oh, trifling ass gutter butt bitch. Oh, girl. And y'all be acting like y'all speak for all of us, and you don't. So 51, 1971. So let girl, girl. So let's do girl. Hold on. Hold on, honey. So mama was 24. So she was a young mother at this time. She was very young, but still she was there because you know they say that women develop between the age of 21 and 25 while males will take up to 27 years. And see, that's why we're going into the mentality of masculinity, the mentality of the male's mind, and why I feel like this woman is actually a man. And so either way, at 24 years old, mama's out here writing bounce checks and shit, knowing that ain't no money in that damn bank account. And she know goddamn well ain't no damn money in that bank account. And so she gonna write this check with this young daughter. She had this young daughter that needed her. Mama go write this bounce check to get some. I don't know what the fuck she thought she was getting, but we're gonna pull that shit up because that file is still open. And mama thought that she was gonna write that bounce check, and then she got locked up. And I'm just like, what about the children? Now y'all so concerned about the children. Now y'all so concerned about mothers and taking care of their babies and this and that. But girl, what was his mind when you were 24 years old? You know, I wasn't 24 years old not too long ago, and my mind was still about getting right. My mind was still about taking responsibility for my life. And I think the sons and daughters of Oshun, because Oshun is responsible. Oshun takes accountability. Oshun is about that inner healing, that inner guiding light, that inner insight, that inner wisdom. Something about that, we're always conscious about our actions and how we affect others. So you didn't get it right when you were 24. You didn't get it right allegedly when you were 44. You didn't get it right now at 50 fucking one. Because you're still on the bullshit, sis. And this is my problem that I have because everybody group was all together. They say, well, I know a black woman who was a no good nothing. She was a mother. She left her children at home. Her auntie and shit had to raise her. Her sister had to raise her children while she was in and out of motherfucking jail. Then when mama got out of jail, she was sucking and fucking all the people that she knew. Mama, instead of getting her life right, mama want to fucking suck her pain away. Now she popping pills. Now she getting high. Now she out here doing this other ruthless ass shit. So, girl, I don't do black women because that's how you all are. And that's how I be like, bitch, that should be bothering me because, bitch, we not on the same page, sis. Some of us did the work. And I just want to remind you, baby girl, that I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I just want to remind you, baby girl, that I knew trifling ass, gutter butt ass people growing up as well. And I cut their ass off, all their ass off, bitch, when I turned motherfucking 27 years old, bitch. They all had to go. No good ass motherfuckers. Didn't know, bitch, they knew right from wrong. They didn't give a fuck. They said, bitch, I know if I go to the store and I steal this money and I steal whatever, I know I'm going to go to jail. I don't care. They took the risk and they lost. And then tried to pull my ass with their motherfucking ass, bitch. No, it doesn't work that way, baby. So, like I said, I've been there, girl. But I said, baby, this is going to affect me. Like, I want to live a long life. And, bitch, the idea of me doing something stupid, like, bitch, I can always go, use what I got to get what I want. Like, bitch, I think I'm attractive. I think I'm intelligent. And going into the Daughters of Oshun, because I can only speak for the Daughters of Oshun because I'm one of them, honey. Hello? See, we think we're those girls. So we're like, bitch, why am I gonna go get my hands dirty? Why am I gonna write a check out of my bank account? Why am I gonna, switch license plates on a car that ain't mine? I'm gonna use what I got because, bitch, you said you got a hot pocket, right? You got a hot pocket, right? You said that pocket is nice and hot and tight and it keeps the man right, huh? Is that what you said? And so you had a hot pocket and you couldn't get no man to pay your motherfucking bills. You couldn't get a man to give you the money, so you went out and got the money your damn self. And it wasn't even no money in there. It was a bank. It was a cloud, girl. It was a cloud motherfucking money, a bank account. It just came from nothing. Then you had the audacity to go to a whole nother city and state and commit another motherfucking crime. And I'm just like, what is going on here? The mama can't take accountability and responsibility. And then somebody's like, yo, you gotta let it go because maybe mama had some rough times. And I'm like, baby, we all have rough times. We all been there, done that. We all been, on our last girl. We all had the opportunity to say, bitch, let me go round about shape. Bitch, let me go steal some, bitch. We all had that opportunity. We all had that chance to get it that way, girl. But someone said, bitch, fuck that shit, God. I know that the mission that you have me on is for a purpose. God, I trust that the process that you're putting me through is gonna be greater on the other side. As long as I got a roof on my head, a foot on my mouth, baby, I'm good. And it could be either or. But I'm good, God, and I trust the process. A lot of us had that inner wisdom. A lot of us had that ancient knowledge that came through because we're always spiritual. We've always been spiritual, bitch. Nobody had to teach us how to be spiritual. People reminded us that we're spiritual, but nobody had to teach us, bitch, because it's in our fucking DNA. And that's gonna loop it around to something else too, because I've seen a video of somebody said something about some bullshit too, bitch. I'm gonna have to castigate his motherfucking ass too, because baby, you're out here teaching these black people the wrong shit, and it's why they motherfucking trapped, they motherfucking stuck, and they're not going nowhere. And you wonder why the Asians got, the shit that they got. Because their magic is working. How about that? Because their inner healing is working. Their inner healing is working. That's why. Their inner healing is working. And you amplified it when you went to the store and bought Jade Emperor money to burn it. You amplified it when you went to go get their Josh paper and their red candles and yellow candles. You amplified that energy, baby. And that's why I keep saying when y'all say about the white folks stealing black people magic and shit. But that's your magic. So they're out here venerating your orishas. They're out here venerating your deities, your gods, your maumpas. Then your maumpas are going to wake up and also venerate you. So in essence, they're not taking from you. They're actually giving to you. That's like people copying you. That's how people out here slandering your name. They're actually helping you out. They think they're hurting you, but they're really not. They're actually helping you out. Once again, separating the peasants from the gods and goddesses. So when you have that inner healing, everything goes for the greater good. When you have that inner calling, nothing could take you off your motherfucking square. So like I said, going into being the daughter of Oshun, you always had the ability to get it. And you said, baby, wait a minute. I need to think about this. I need to think about before I do this, son. I need to. Ow. These men want me. Let me try to get something from them. I don't gotta fuck on them, but baby, I got a baby to feed. I got a bill. I got a bill that I gotta pay. I got bills I gotta pay. and I'm gonna get something from the man who can help. But see, like I said, that's what happened, girl, because you're dealing with broke ass niggas. Excuse me, you're dealing with broke ass people. The man looked good. He had a big dick, so you're like, ooh, I want that, I want that, and that don't pay your bills, sis. And clearly, you learned that. It doesn't put money in your bank account. It doesn't allow you to have a car that's really registered, bitch, and you won't have to get your license revoked. Hello, I said what I said. So once again, I'm speaking to Tina. I'm speaking to Tina, the mastermind, the second mastermind behind all this, because venereal disease is really the mastermind. That's okay, girl, because her time is motherfucking coming too. So I sat back and I said, well, Mama didn't learn her lesson in the 90s when she was in her 20s. Maybe she got it right in her 30s and her 40s. And then, bam, public record pop up that Mama filed bankruptcy twice. 2017, 2018, it went through in 2020. And I'm like, no, God. So Mama didn't learn a lesson in her 20s. She didn't learn her lessons in her 30s. She learned her lessons in her 40s. And girl, it's just gonna get worse the older you get. It just starts going downhill after that. So it's like Mama's not taking accountability and responsibility for herself. She's still blaming other people for her lack of. She's still saying, well, my mama wasn't there. My daddy didn't care. Nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. Nobody understands. And it's like, baby, nobody has to love you, baby. You love yourself. Nobody has to understand you, but you understand yourself. Everything else will fall in place. People like genuinity. People like authenticity. People like realness. They like for you to be you, baby. They don't want you to be like the next fish. They say, bitch, be you. If you want to come out with a purple wig on and polka dot motherfucking tank tops on and booty shorts that's up to crack your ass, bitch, do that. That's you, baby. If you want to wear bell bottoms with like today, bitch, I wore a maxi skirt with a robe, bitch, top, because it was hotter than a motherfucker. And I went to go get laser too, bitch. And bitch, I didn't give a fuck, bitch. One thing had polka dot, it was lime green. The other thing was black with motherfucking stripes. Bitch, you think I gave a fuck? No, the fuck I didn't. And the wig probably looked drier than a motherfucking bitch. I didn't give a fuck about that. And guess what? I still was hit on. I still was hit on, bitch. Hello. So like I said, bitch, people like realness. And that's the issue with a lot of you so-called energy workers, because you can't do energy work if your inner healing is not there. It's all the same thing. Energy, inner healing, it's all the same thing, baby. If you're sick in the body, you cannot heal. Oh, come on here. You cannot heal a sick person when you're sick. You cannot show a blind person how to walk if you're blind yourself. A blind cannot lead the blind. A sick person cannot heal a sick person. You can say, well, I know what it's like to be sick. But bitch, what's better? To know what it's like to be sick or know what it's like to never be sick and actually show people how to stay healed? Like that's what it comes down to. And that's what I said. I gagged a couple years ago when I saw somebody who also went to jail for a very, very serious crime. And he was trying to say people out here judging people who's been to prison and stuff, but that's their story. And I'm like, but we're talking about these people being spiritually awakened, allegedly. Like you don't become spiritually awakened in your 40s, baby. You're born with that. You're born with that. Even going into the movies where they're talking about when you turn 18 years old, your gifts become stronger. In real life, it's 27. So, bitch, 25 to 27, you haven't really become who you are. You haven't really become, we can even go, for the sake of being right between 21 to 27, between 35 and 42, and then going again to 52 to 61. So, like I said, you should be already, by the time when you're going into the 52s, because you're going into your third Saturn return. Oh, come on in here. You're going into your third Saturn return. Like I said, bitch, you, and we can even say the second Saturn return. You should already have the first one down. But the fact that you're going into your second or third and you still haven't got the first one down, baby, you're in real deep trouble. You're in real, real deep trouble. And that's why I said it goes down to shadow work. Dealing with the inner healing. Let go of things that does not serve you. Let go of people that do not serve you. Oh, I'm upset because they called me a bitch. I'm upset because I had a cousin who didn't accept me for being this way. I'm upset because my daddy didn't accept it. Boo hoo hoo. Boo hoo. A lot of people took that shit and they became successful. They say, bitch, you know what? My daddy didn't accept me, but I'm going to show him that he's going to regret it. And they did it. A lot of people, bitch, oh, you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna graduate from high school, bitch. You gonna be a bum. You gonna be 40 years old living with your mama. You ain't gonna have shit. You no. And then, bitch, you think about that. You say, bitch, you know what? I gotta prove these motherfuckers wrong. So every day you work on yourself to be the best that you possibly can be. And while you're doing you, people see that shine and they say, damn, I regret not being that bitch's friend. I regret not loving this person the way they needed to be loved. And that's what I said before. That's my motherfucking experience. That's my motherfucking story. I could have said, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna hold it against my cousin. I'm gonna hold it against my daddy. I'm gonna hold it against my older brother. I'm gonna hold it against these people, the people that talk shit about me, did, spit in my face, did. I could have did that shit too. Poor me, please help me, y'all. I had a rough life. But I say, bitch, fuck that shit. God created me to be great. I come from greatness, so I will be great. God gave me a mind to think for myself. God gave me a mouth to speak for myself. God gave me a heart to feel for myself. You're not going to influence how I think, how I walk, how I talk, and how I be. You're not going to tell me what's right or what's wrong for me. You can tell me morally what's right or wrong, but you're not going to tell me what applies to me. I decide what apply and what motherfucking fly. And like I said, I'm looking back on people that I befriended and I was cool with a long time ago, and I'm like, girl, they're doing bad. They're behind bars. They're 6 feet under. They're on drugs right now, bitch. They're broke. They're bummy. And I'm not judging, but I'm just speaking my truth. Like that could have been me. And oh, you're judging. Oh my God, yeah, you think you're better. No, no, honey. I just know my purpose. I just know my purpose. I don't want to be a burden to anybody. I don't want to be a, oh my God, my poor child, my poor this, my poor that. I didn't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a debt to society. I don't want to be a nuisance to society. I don't want to be a menace to society. I want to help people. I don't want to be, oh my God, I need help. I need help. Let me get on this list. Oh my God, every time I turn on this bitch on this list of something. No, honey. I want it to be a less of a headache. I want to be a part of the solution, not the motherfucking problem. And that's been my motherfucking goal. And looping back around before I be done, I saw a video of someone talking about how to remember this life when you go. And I didn't watch the video, but I saw it, and I'm just like, we actually have a class on tapping into your ancestral body. We actually have a class on how to tap into your past lives. We actually do events where we go over it, and I keep reiterating how to touch on your goal and what it is that you where you come from, what your mission is coming into this life, what lesson you're supposed to be learning. We've already touched on that. We've already touched on that. We live in a day and age of confusion. We live in a day and age of everything being misinterpreted, everything being misconstrued, everything being, covered up by something, right? They're using things as a scapegoat. We're gonna call it the age of the scapegoat. Let's cover up, freedom of non-binary, freedom of this and that. And I'm gonna do a video on that because I said that I'm gonna really do it on we don't need it, we don't need visibility. Oh, come on in here. We don't need visibility, bitch, because with that, then they're gonna also allow people to get married to trees, children, and all this other good shit. And I'm gonna talk about that too, because people right now they're gonna say, "Well, bitch, what the fuck you saying?" No, honey, I'm saying exactly what I know, what I've seen, I'm saying exactly what I motherfucking know, what I motherfucking seen spiritually and motherfucking physically. So, like I said, baby, be you, love you, accept you, embrace you. But going into, like I said, remembering yourself when you pass on, but you're gonna remember everything about yourself because you have three aspects of yourself, and one of them carries on and on and on and on. And I need to send my sister this video because I told her I was going to send it to her a couple weeks ago, and bam, or well, it's probably like 2 weeks now, and I didn't do it. I need to send this video over to her so she can see this video on how to unlock because it's really, really mind blowing. Like you really come in and you really think you know yourself and you think you mastered. Like I'm 50, you're 20, I'm 70, I know more than you, and it's like, so what's your purpose then? Why are you here? What's your mission in life? Was your issues growing up was that meant to make you stronger? Was that meant to make you a victim? Because it really was meant to make you victorious. You're supposed to go through all of that just to remind you where you come from because it's a pattern. It's a pattern. When you come in, that experience that started off bittersweet, it ends sweeter, honey. Madonna did a song on it. Was bitter at the start, it's sweeter in the end. And she's saying, let's get together. Come on. I really wanna be with you. Oh, and you know what she talk about with that too, y'all. And y'all can take it however y'all want to take it, but I'm taking it as when a female and male become one. I'm taking what she's saying, balancing out the yin and the yang. When she's saying, let the outer become the inner and let the bottom become the top. When she said, let the lower meet with the upper. Oh, come on here. Let Lucifer and let Jesus become one. That's what that song is about, honey. That's what the song is like. Tun, 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 tun. You know that goes into the root chakra. If you don't know, now you know. You better do your research, honey. That's Kundalini rising. So that's why I said we need to understand who we are and where we come from. But y'all getting so sidetracked. And I even had a little epiphany today with somebody, and it came to me very last minute. And I said, what happened if we're meant to get past the past, right? Because the past is the past and the future is the future, right? What happened if the past is supposed to be forgotten? So each day we wake up, we're supposed to forget about yesterday and a month ago and a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But people keep bringing a clash of the universe or a clash of timelines, a clash of them because they keep holding on to the past, right? And what came to me with that was the slavery stuff, right? Like, what happened if the slave masters reincarnated in this life as people who looked like the slaves? And what happened if subconsciously they're here to keep people trapped in this cycle? So they're the ones that are saying, my ancestors was a slave, my ancestor, like instead of doing the healing work, they're playing that victim role. Like what happened? Let's just say for for theoretically spiritual purposes, because everything have a spiritual purpose. Oh, come on in here. Everything has a spiritual purpose, baby. From a human point of view, we're saying, oh my God, poor lady, she's been through a lot of shit in her life, girl. She was raised by a crack mama. The daddy wasn't there. Mama was abused. She was abandoned. She was neglected. She became a crackhead herself. Mama then got married. She was in an abusive relationship. Then she had a baby at 16 years old. And then now mama's 33 years old. Now she got a life to tell, or maybe she's 50. She got a book to tell about her story. But it's like going into the spiritual perspective, what type of person you were in your past life? Like what contract did you have in your past life that ended so bitter that the universe said that you were going to come back into this life and get that right? Like I think about shit like that all the time. Like going into my story, going into my history, going into my past life, going into what I've done to get where I'm at. Like, like I brought this all onto myself, and I take accountability and responsibility for that. Bitch, I thought it was gonna end the way it ended, honey, but in fact, bitch, the universe said, bitch, you got to get it right. And that's like you said, we keep having these lives over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to get things right. But people don't want to take accountability and responsibility. We want to blame others for our lack of having. We want to blame others for not helping us. When in reality, baby, you got all the tools you have. All the tools you need to help yourself is right here. We starts with our mind. Going into John 1:1 to 1. And we know that's 11:11. If you don't know, now you know, honey. Come on in here. It's going to John 1 to 11. Oh, come on in here. John 1 to motherfucking 11. Can we get into it? Hello. Ow. When the word became the flesh, when the light, Lucifer's the light bearer, because we talk about right now the acknowledgement of the spirit becoming flesh, the acknowledgement of us knowing that we're in human body. And it takes it back to the Adam and Eve story too, where allegedly they were kicked out of the Garden of Eden because they realized they were naked. And God said, well, how you know you're naked? And Adam like, bitch, because we are. So it was like they got upset because they bit from the tree of knowledge. Oh, come on in here. They bit an apple from the tree of motherfucking knowledge. And you're going to get kicked out of the Garden of Eden because you had knowledge. You knew that the light came through. Come on in here. You knew that Aquarius was bringing that water back. You knew that the age of Aquarius was coming even during that time. Come on in here, Adam. Adam knew. Oh, come on in here. Atom, Atom, knew that the age of Aquarius was coming, honey. Oh, come on in here. Oh, God, that's just giving me chills thinking about that, honey. It's so amazing, honey, to tap in that to that type of frequency, honey. Ow! Without no ayahuasca and no marijuana, no pills, and no E, and no whatever the fuck these this other shit these people do. So we're gonna go into John 11, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we know that one, okay, is leadership. One is dealing with that kingdom, that queendom ship, because bitch, it has to be both. Oh, come on in here. We have to have that Shakti energy in order to be balanced. We have to have that yin and that yang, the left nostril, the right nostril. Come on in here. We got to have the testes and the fallopian. Oh, oh, come on. Oh, come on in here. So John 1, 1 to 1 1 says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. In the beginning was the creator. In the beginning was thought, and the thought was the word, and the word was God. Oh, how sweet it is to know that. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. That is saying projection. We were able to think things and things came into existence. God said, let there be light, and light came. God didn't say, let me take fire, let me put dust together, let me slap it together, let me blow into it. God thought and said, let there be light, and light came. Going into, like I said, with the Egyptian stuff, I really do feel like the Egyptians built the tombs and stuff with their mind. That's how advanced they were. Going into Lemuria, going into Atlantis, going to all this other good stuff, bitch. Move and shit, bitch. The ability to use your mind, we lost that. The ability to think things through. Right now, something came up on the Google a couple of days ago. It said echolocating. It said that humans are able to echolocate with training. No, baby, it's not with training, bitch. It's to reawaken what is already there. You already know how to echolocate. You already know how to send people images and shit already. You know, you already know how to get people to think of you. Bitch, we already know how to do all that. That's where the spell books and shit coming out of how to get somebody to call you back and all this other good shit, girl. You're tapping into an ancient art. And it said, in him was life, and life was the light of man. Hello? It is saying that the light brought life. Oh, come on in here. The light brought life. Lucifer, the morning star, come on in here. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. The darkness didn't even see the light, bitch. The wrong didn't even see the right. The wrong said, fuck the right, I want to be wrong. I don't got to get it right. I like being in the dark. I like being wrong. And of course, this is going into the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere. If you don't know that now, you know of the brain. We're talking about the brain. We're talking about the knowing and the unknown. We're talking about the subconscious. We're talking about the conscious here. Oh, come on in here. John 1 1 1 1. Hello. And there was a man sent from God whose name was John, aka Juan, aka the one. The one. The one was sent from God. Okay. And the same came as a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. Bitch, John, the one, came to witness that the light was there, that the light was real, that the light was thriving, that the light was life giving. Oh, come on in here. And he was not that light, but he was sent to bear witness of the light. It's saying that John was not that light, but he came to witness of that light. Oh, come on here. It said that the one was not the light, but he came to witness the light. Oh, come on here. We're talking about things coming in from the non-materialistic world, the non-existent world coming into the world of existence here. We're talking about how the thought is nothing, but when it manifests, it becomes something. Come on in here. And it needs the light to do so. We call that passion. We call that the ignition. We call that emission. We call that currency. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. Babe, we come into the world through the uterus. Did we or did we not? When we're in the uterus, are we in light or are we in darkness? Hello? When we're in the utero, are we in light or are we in darkness? Can someone answer that? Do we have a built-in light in the uterus? Oh, come on in here. Hello, 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 hello. And when the light and when the man cometh into the world, He lighteth, or he saw the light coming into knowing. Come on in here. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Oh, once again, see, this is witchy talk. This is some witchy talk. Y'all think these bitches talk about witchy talk and shit. That's not got the girl. They over here, speaking broken English and shit, act like they speaking Jamaican and shit. Baba Chwalaman, talk about some. Oh, we speaking witchy talk. We just witchy talking now. The fuck out of here, bitch. You don't know what the fuck a witchy talk is, bitch. You probably don't know what you talk. Not a witchy talk though, bitch. Hello, can we talk? He was in the world, and the world was made by him, but the world knew him not. You don't even know how powerful your thoughts are. You don't know how powerful your inner dialogues are. You're talking to yourself all the time and you don't even know it. You're saying, "Oh my God, girl, you better get it right. Oh my God, don't you do that, girl. Girl, what you going to do that, girl? What? Did he just say that? What the fuck that motherfucker looking at?" You're having these constant dialogues with yourself and you're not even aware of how powerful you are. You're not even aware of how brilliant, how gifted you are. Come on in here, Holy Spirits. Yes, come on in here. And he came unto his own, and his own received him not. I just want to leave that right there. I just want to leave that right there, honey. Come on in here. Cole King 2. I know that's right, honey. Cole King, yes, honey. A lot. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I stopped sharing the screen. I was like, wait, I just popped up. A lot of these movies, especially recent Pixar ones, are very helpful for inner healing. It sure is. Come on in here. We got to give a shout out to Pixar. We love us some Pixar, honey. Shout out to Pixar, honey. Films, honey. Not Nat King Cole. I know that's right, Nat King Cole. I know that's right. Come on in here, Debbie. Ow. Ow, Debbie. Yes. Bella wanna sit right. Hey, girl, can you back up? Bitch. Can you back up, bitch? Anyway, come on in here. Brillo pad. Nightclub restrooms. There you go. Mary Ellis. You know about Mary Ellis. Come on in here. You know about Mary Ellis and Pete Ellis and Peter Lurkson. Yeah, they lurking. You know they lurking. Bitch. Lurking and quirking. I know that's right, honey. Mystic are 7 and 3 holy numbers. Yes, they are. Come on in here. And you have the Holy Trinity and you have 7 days of completion. Come on in here. Hello? Ow. Visibility can lead to confusion. That's what I say. JC, I tell people this, and you can look this up if you don't believe this. I have a friend who's older than me, so she should know about this shit, girl. I said Brandon Tina was called a queer. Oh, you don't know who Brandon Tina is? You better look up Brandon Tina, or fuck that shit. Let me go ahead and educate you a little bit on Brandon Tina right now. Brandon Tina was killed 2 weeks after his birthday. It was the first recognized known trans man, bitch. A lot of you hoes wish you were motherfucking Brandon Tina, and you not, and you not, and you not. Brandon Tina was shot. Okay, and either way, they took the blood. Oh, come on in here. They took the blood of Brandon Tina and they wrote on the crime scene queer with Brandon Tina's blood. So we fought in the court systems in the 90s, bitch. In the 90s for people disrespecting and calling gay people queer. That was an insult. It was worse to call people queer. It was like calling people the F word. Bitch, we didn't like that word. Bitch, we said, bitch, we're about to fight that shit because, bitch, you're not about to sit here and call me no queer. Y'all see the old school movies, girl. They didn't say faggot. They said queer. You queers. And they're ready to fight people. So now we don't use the word and we call each other LGBT, lesbian, gay, bi, and trans. And then all of a sudden, when they start talking about visibility, and we have people like Caitlyn Jenner coming up being a poster child for trans people, now all of a sudden we're going to introduce Q plus. And I told y'all, if you look up the word queer definition, because people are going to get upset about this, but bitch, you not these definitions any motherfucking way. If you look up the word queer, queer has 3 definitions, or we're going to say 2 that are adjectives and one that is informal and it's a verb. And it says strange or odd. So a queer could be somebody with tattoos on their face. But we're not going around calling people with tattoos on their face queers, are we? Hello? Are we? Are we? Are we calling people with tattoos on their face queers? I wish you will call my cousin a queer. How? See what happened to him. And then it says, or see what he'll do to you. And then it says, often offensive, but of a person who's homosexual. So it says that a queer is a gay, homosexual, lesbian, lesbi, gay, uh, or homophile, whatever the fuck a homophile is, girl. I can't with these terms, girl. A homophile and Uranian. The hell? What the fuck is a Uranian, girl? A Uranian is related to people Uranus. Oh, like anal sex people. Girl, they call people who are gay Uranians. See, now I could take that. I could take LGBTU. Now let's talk about that for a minute. LGBTU. Maybe you're unidentifiable. Maybe you're only identifying as you. Ain't no them they there. Maybe you want to identify as you. But it says that a Uranian is a gay man. I didn't even know that, y'all. I didn't even know that. See, ain't that something? You learn something new every day. So either way, it says right here for informal that queer is to spoil or ruin an agreement, event, or situation. So I believe, and I will always say, that when they say trans visibility, now people started pushing through other agendas. Like, well, let's add Q onto there. Subconsciously and intentionally going into witchy talk and how they do these rituals, it was to say there's no such thing as lesbian, gay, bi, and trans no more. Everybody is everything. If you want to identify as a goat, you can. And that's why I said subconsciously, when their spirits being released, people will take on these energies, don't even know it. Now you got people having stickers on their cars saying that they're a Toyota that identify as a Mercedes. I think I saw somebody on Facebook say that they identify as a non-paying, a tax exempt citizen. And I'm just like, girl, like what the fuck is going on here? But once again, that's what queer is. It's to set up a disagreement and or saying we no longer agree to supporting the transness. And that's how I told my sister not too long ago that Texas and many other states want to take away gay marriage and they want to do other things to the LGBT community because we added Q onto LGBT, and that is a treaty that GLAD, which I said they are not for lesbian, gays, bi, trans, and they're not for that. GLAD is some other shit. We've been infiltrated. They're not here to support us, baby. Y'all accept what the fuck y'all want to say, baby. They're not here for us. They're here for some other shit. They're here for some perversions. They're here for some pedophile shit. And I said what the fuck I said. I'm not taking it back. So now they're pushing that T, and it's like, girl, they just started calling y'all queer and shit as a way to accept it until like, well, like the past what 7 years. Before that, girl, you never identified as queer. So why are you so upset that people don't want to identify you as that? You never identified as being non-binary before then. So why are you so upset that people are calling you Jacob and they want to call you he? It's not like you're visibly showing that you're Nancy. Now that would be a whole nother story. If you look like a Nancy, but your name is Jacob, and they're intentionally calling you he, that's why I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see the T. But it's like there's some other shit going on here. There's some other shit going on in here, and it's being pushed very, very heavy. And once again, as I said, we don't need visibility. Trans have existed for thousands of years. Homosexuals have existed for thousands of years. Lesbians have existed for thousands of years. 22 years ago, gay people were not that accepted. 22 years ago, gay people couldn't openly get married. Gay people couldn't go about getting their partners on their houses and all sort of good shit. But I know people who 22 years ago got engaged. I know people 22 years ago bought their first house. I know people 22 years ago were able to get their partner on their insurance when the shit wasn't even legal. Because bitch, they said, bitch, we gonna make it do what it do. So that's why I keep saying, like, don't get distracted with the bullshit. Let them think that they have what they have, and we're gonna take that away. You can't take nothing away, baby, because you're not God. You don't rule none of this. It's all about our mindset. Those people 20 years ago, those homosexuals, LGBT people, trans people, Heterosexual identifying people 20 years ago said the world is not accepting of me, but I'm still going to do what I do. They still got jobs as doctors. They still got jobs as lawyers. They still made it happen. They still became wealthy. They still became successful. They didn't give a fuck about no damn marriage certificate or people accepting them for being who they are. They said, kiss my ass. And they did their shit because that was them. But now we're letting people influence us. Now we're letting people get inside of our mind and tell us who the fuck we are and how we should act. And that's what's happening. We're letting people infiltrate what is not theirs. And people are jumping on with their perversion and their mental illness. And instead of them getting it right and saying, baby, I'm going to call out the attack that I got. I'm going to call out the molestation. I'm going to call out the assault that I experienced from my uncle or my dad or whatever. It's, well, I choose not to identify as nothing. I'm non-binary. My pronouns are them, they, and their. Like, okay. So who am I talking to today? Is that offensive if we say that? If we say, them, they, and there, you're clearly saying there's multiple people inside of that body. So is it offensive to say who we talking to today? Like, I really want to know that. Because, bitch, yeah, they fucking up a lot of shit, honey. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So I want to do a video and I want to dedicate it to it because people tend to have it mixed up. And I've seen people who are very spiritually inclined, very, very intelligent, say some very dumb shit where I'm like, so are you for gay people or are you not for gay people? Because you're talking about this gay agenda, and it's like you wasn't concerned about it in the 90s when people like TLC was putting on baggy jeans and Timberland boots and putting condoms on their damn eyes and shit. And yo, what's up? And Salt and Pepper looking like damn cross dressed and shit, girl, looking like people off of Living Color. And I say that respectfully. Y'all weren't concerned about that shit then. Y'all weren't concerned about the gangster agenda when NWA and them came out was telling y'all to flip off your mama, call your daddy a this and that. There was no gangster agenda, but now there's a gay agenda? I can see where it's coming from though. Because you're a little confused. You're a little confused with the Q being added onto the LGBT. You're a little confused with people saying one thing but acting another way. You're a little confused. We understand that. But please educate yourself. Okay, hello, the Morning Star. Keep thoughts pure and your receptivity in alignment with your desires. I know that's right, honey, and work towards it every day. And it takes practice. When I tell you this, that's why I said 3 to 6 months when you're doing rituals. Okay, 3 to 6 months, you should see a manifestation because you're building a muscle. You're what they call it, revitalizing and cleansing. Come on in here. You're cleansing, tearing down, and you rebuilding. Come on in here. Hello? Hello? Some Bibles mention Lilith. She was created before Eve or rebelled and wouldn't subservient to Adam, and God cast her out to the earth with Satan. She morphed into a demon. Well, of course, there's stories from that, and we actually did a class on that too. Yeah, there's a whole other tea with that. There's a whole other to that because people get into the Bible being something physical when in fact it is metaphorical. So Lilith actually stood for a primordial energy like Kali Ma. Avatar Lilith is Kali Ma. If you don't know, now you know. Hello? Hello? And you know the story about Kali Ma? Kali Ma actually came from Durga. So who did Lilith come from? Hello? So like I said, metaphorically speaking, we're speaking of Adam, Eve, and Lilith in metaphorical beings, not, oh, Eve was actually a woman, she gave birth to this and that. Oh no, honey, we're talking about metaphorically, honey. Yeah, this is not no real, like real people. And that's where, like I said, that's what the confusion get to too, where they're like, we found bones in Iraq. That was the Garden of Eden. And it's like, no, honey, the Garden of Eden was on the Plutonian, or excuse me, the lunar frequency. The lunar frequency. That's why they said we don't know where the moon came from. If you look up the NASA shit, we don't know where the moon came from. We have no history of the moon. We don't know how did that come here. You know, this is what they're saying. Because once again, that's where the real tea is at. Even going into the movie Moonfall or is it Landfall? where they said that the moon was sit here by our ancestors and have an artificial intelligence on it to destroy humans. Can we talk about it for a minute? They put it in the movies when it's true, and they'll code it as fictional. Hello, they're not gonna jump because they know these spirits be berserking. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, honey. Make sure y'all like the video. Thank you. Come on in here, Jay. Next is come on. Mystic are 95 babies going through their Saturn return. Ah, yes. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. 27, honey. 27 to 32. Sometimes people experience it up until they're 35. But I'm going to tell you what I learned, and I'm going to tell you what is right. And what is right is the motherfucking truth. If you did your work on yourself, right, because you leave your Saturn return and you have what they call the nighting of the soul. That means you do all your shadow working, all your past life trauma come up. People, person, place, and things that you're meant to heal and cut yourself from will come up. That's right after your your Saturn return. So if you go through your 20s, I was lucky to know about spirituality and spirit way before my 20s, honey. You do your work, you do your shadow work, you do your inner healing. Your 27 to 35 is going to be about manifesting. It's going to be about building. It's going to be about getting your life together. It's going to be about, okay, baby, now I'm set for my 40s and 50s. Everything's going to be good. Everything's going to be good. Yes, honey, come on in here. Don't be afraid of your Saturn return. Don't be afraid, Nexus. It's all for the greater good. One Uranus, where they learn sexuality too, though. I know that's right. I know that's right. And doesn't it take sexuality to create even heterosexual people? Oh, girl, I really do feel like these people that be having homoerotic fantasies be coming up with all the shit that they be coming up with. Like somebody was trying to say, niggas backwards is sagging and all this other good shit. I'm like, do you know that sagging was actually a DL group back in the 50s and the 60s? They had flyers with the word sagging on it for you to identify. And then even going after, they had bands on a forearm and shit. We did a video on that years ago of how you identified other gay people. They just didn't come out and say, "Hey, Miss Thing. Hey, Roberts. Hey, Roberts. How you doing, Roberts? Honey, you're gonna come to my house on Friday. We're gonna be drinking at a party." Girl, they kept it very, very discreet. NDL. Ask Martin Luther King. Ask Malcolm. No, let me not do that. Let me not do that. Let me not do that. Yes, honey. Blessed be. That's right, honey. Blessed be, honey. Yes, stay positive, honey. Yes, she wanted to be independent, live for a represented, empowered woman, free to do as she please. Right. It also deals with your higher self. It also deals with your queendom shit. We all have Lilith in our natal chart. Ow. Come on in here. Ow. Yes, honey. We're so thankful for the light. We're so thankful for the universal God for allowing us to be here in this space and time and to be conscious of it. We're so thankful. We're so grateful. Oh, come on in here of the spirits that allowed us entrance or entry into this universe, into this solar system. Yes, honey. We're forever grateful, honey. Listen, y'all. This brings me to the end of the video. Y'all, I am so grateful for y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You all. Is that how New Jersey people say? You all. Yes, honey. I'm sending you love and light and positivity. The new moon is tomorrow, y'all. Are y'all ready? On a Tuesday. Are y'all ready? Stay positive, stay happy, stay aligned with your purpose. Don't let nothing or no one stand in the way of making you happy for you. Sometimes it got to get uglier before it gets prettier. But trust in the process. I say that. Love and light. And of course, even going into namaste. We know that namaste is Sanskrit for I bow to the light in you. That's whoop your ass. Ah! I'm about to whoop. I'm about to whoop. I'm about to whoop. Bella's ass, honey. She keeps trying to get on this computer. Anyway, yes, honey. Live and light, y'all. Stay positive. Once again, you are surrounded by love. You are protected by love. You are speaking love. You are walking love. That's right. And love is healing. Yes, honey. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Ow, ow. Ganapatige namaha. Ganapatige namaha. Ganapatige gum. Bella going crazy, y'all. Anyway, y'all. Bye, y'all. Love and light. See y'all again next video. Be good to yourself. And always remember, stay good, stay positive, stay hood if that's you. Okay? Yes, honey. Come on in here. Ow. Come on in here, honey. Ow. Yes, honey. Ow.